Tonight was the first night of Euphoria Season 2, Episode 1. This shit was good as hell. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, Fez's backstory was today's episode because y'all know we never got his backstory in the first season. And it was so good. It shows us how he ended up owning the family business of, like, you know, selling drugs and stuff like that. And that's because his grandma became his parental guardian. Now, his grandma was like a Griselda Blanco. She was like a drug lord, she was like a crime boss. She looked like she was straight out of Mob Wives. Like, when I tell you, she was about that fucking life. Like, if Hard White was a person, it would be Fez's grandmother. And I remember in the first season, we seen a preview of a back room when RUE was over, or one of the episodes. We seen that he was taking care of his grandmother. She was like on machines and like kind of like, it looked like hospice. But I was just looking like, oh wow. So Fez is a drug dealer, you know, as we know. But he still has that part, like there's light and dark within Fez. And I think that the complexity within him is what we like to watch with him. Because when his grandmother said, you know, your mother was such a sweetheart, but your daddy always took advantage of him, I could tell he got his light from his mother, and his grandmother helped him with the dark along with his dad. Now also, side note, we saw Fez with a black eye. Do you think the man she shot his kneecaps off was Fez's daddy who owned that strip club? Because, honey, she blew his motherfucking kneecaps off and his dick was just like, hello, standing at full attention. I said, girl, I would have took the dick off because that's going to leave a more of an imprint than anything else. Because if this is the way you taking care of kids, honey, you don't need to reproduce. Bang, bang. But his grandma was a complete G, you know, and we also saw the origin story of the little short guy that he always hangs out with. That's his brother. It's like his adoptive brother, because the grandmother one day just came home with this baby and they just was like, okay, you're part of the family now. No telling with the grandma. Either the boy's parents, the little boy's parents, they probably either overdosed, they were one of her clients, she killed them, and she just adopted the child because, you know, she is a generous queen. After we discover Fez's backstory and we see why he has the dark side, because, you know, you're still a villain because you sell drugs. But then it's like, can you call him a villain when yeah, you can call him, yeah, Fez is a villain. Yeah, you sell drugs. There's no redeeming qualities in that. So yeah, but I like how we see flashes of his good side and bad side. Like, I love the duality of that. And then as we fast forward, they go to get some drugs because they killed his old supplier, and pretty much they all have to take off their clothes. There was a lot of you know, Euphoria's fashion is unfiltered and dicks. And I'm not complaining. Moving on. Anyway, so then we get to the party, and you know, Euphoria is known for its parties because there's always a whole lot of shit going on. So pretty much, we discovered that Lexi and Cassie got into it, and Cassie got out of Lexi's car, and Lexi came to the party by herself because she was like, bitch, I'm not gonna be going with you through this roller coaster. So pretty much Cassie ends up eating donuts at a convenience store, and guess who pulls up? Nate Jacobs. Nate Jacobs offers to give her a ride, you know, because she's in a short dress in the middle of the night. You know, an accident waiting to happen. So yeah, but Nate comes in, he buys alcohol, and he picks up Cassie, and all of a sudden they giving each other the eyes. And I'm like, bitch, where's your girl code? Like, you've been through all this shit with McKay, and you know what this nigga done put Maddie through, but you still giving him the googly eyes, giving him them Betty Davis eyes. Girl, and then Cassie got big titties, big titties. I said, Cassie, I want your chest. Because, girl, I would have all the, ooh, girl, back in the day. I'm saying it back in the day like I'm still not in my 20s. Like, they're like, bitch, that's a rough 20. Anyway. But yeah, so Cassie and Nate are trading eyes, and I'm like, Cassie don't give a fuck about girl code, even though Maddie's never really done anything to her, except kind of like be self-centered. But, you know, that's just part of Maddie's charm. So, okay. But like I said, where's girl code? And then the bathroom scene, when Maddie was banging on the door, because Maddie had got to the party and she had to pee. And guess who was in the bathroom? Nate and Cassie fucking. Meanwhile, Cassie's sister Lexi is still panicking because she's been calling her sister because she's feeling guilty for leaving her on the side of the road, not knowing she ended up in a worse predator's hands of Nate Jacobs. Next thing you know, she's banging on the door, and Cassie's hyperventilating because, yeah, you're fucking your best friend's man. You should feel bad. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Now, Am I gonna be a hypocrite? Yes, I am. Because if my good friend, even though, see, a toxic trait of mine, note to self, is that I can know somebody's a shitty person. You could still get some of the walls. Just some of the walls. Not all of them. You can't get all, no, you can't get everything. But you can still get maybe a little tonsil, a little throat. But that's my friend. That's my friend's boyfriend. That's my friend's ex. And you don't fuck with exes. Because, honey, that type of karma, honey, that's the type of karma that be leveling households. But would I fuck Nate if me and Maddie were friends? As long as she didn't find out. Yes. And knowing Nate and his sexuality, he would. Anyway. So yeah, that bathroom scene was so intense. And then Maddie met Lil Meech's character from BMF. If y'all watch that show, oh, so good. Only watched episode 1. Maddie and Lil Meech, I don't remember his character's name, started flirting, and I was like, oh, that's cute and shit like that, you know? So, meanwhile, let me get to the other good points. RUE, you know, RUE is RUE. Broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round. Like, when I tell you RUE is still using, she's still drug addicted, like, RUE is exhausting. But I like this representation because this is real. When you have drug addiction, it's not just like they show on TV shows. Oh, I had a drug addiction for one episode, and by the end of the season, like they miraculously recovered. No, it's ups, it's down, it's in betweens, it's stalemates, it's recoveries, it's relapses, it's all of that shit. So, I respect the authenticity of it, but I'd be like, I feel Jules. Would Jules be like, bitch, get your shit together if you want to date me, cause girl, honey, I don't like the whole you kissing me with them heroin lips. Like, no, thank you. Like, no. I don't want the crack coochie. The way RUE, the way RUE just manipulates Jules into feeling bad for her, you know, it doesn't end because, like, at the end of the day, she's an addict. They're manipulators. They know what they want to get what they want. And RUE wants her drugs and Jules. Honey. That shit crazy. And Lexi and Fez, how cute was that fucking dynamic? Like, those are the two side characters from the first season that we all know got unjustly pushed to the side. But however, I was like, that shit was good. That shit was good. That they're kind of like uniting. And let's talk about the biggest part of the episode. When Fez ran up on Nate at the New Year's Eve party and gave him them ooh-wop-de-woos justfully. But why did I feel bad for Nate? Because, honey, that was an ass whooping. He smashed that bottle across Nate Jacobs' face, and he was like, blink. And I was like, goddamn. Goddamn, sir. Reconstructive surgery. Like, all right here. And I'm like, of course, Maddie and Cassie and McKay is helping get him to a room because he's a bloody mess. He is a fucking bloody mess. Crazy. This episode, on a scale from 1 to 10, easily 9.8. 9.8. Let me just give it a 10. This shit was a 10. Not just because I missed it and it's been so long. Thanks a lot, pandemic. Because I'm tired of this shit. Honey, if a new variant come out and it ain't for a Wendy's 4 for $4 meal, bitch, we gonna have a problem. That was episode 1 of season 2 of Euphoria on HBO. It's so good. Love it. Tell me what you guys want me to talk about next. We can do character reviews. Part 2 of my other comic book series, Blossom 666, is coming out this week, so be on the lookout for that. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another episode review. Bye, you guys.